Hey guys, Tom from Vintage Thread Gems here. Today we're going to look at our September sales, what sold, how much did we make, brands to be on the lookout for. We're also going to talk about our plans for the next year and our target of going full-time as a reseller. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the beach with us today, and let's get into it. First things first, we are going to have a look at some of our top sales for the month. We're going to look at our top 5 sales for September. We're going to do 3 at the start, and then if you're good and you wait to the end, you get the 2 highest items. Both of them are over $400, so worth sticking around for that. So first one is a Poshmark sale. It's a pair of cowboy boots, or corral Western cowboy boots. You can see description could have been better and that kind of stuff, but overall they were a kind of cool pair. We hadn't yet started removing the background, but we started doing that on some of these boots now. But a cool pair of boots, little flaw here and there. They went for $120. And someone bought them outright at that. I don't even think there was an offer. I can't remember what they cost to pick up. Anything we pick up on boots wise is probably going to be under $20. So they could have been a 5, they could have been a 10, but either way, it's a pretty nice pickup. Number 4 on the list, or the 4th highest item, is going to go and going to be courtesy of Etsy. So we sell on 3 platforms: Poshmark, eBay, and Etsy. So our item here, kind of a surprise for Etsy. We tend to do a lot of vintage sweaters on Etsy, but it's this vintage Ralph Lauren bodycon, which Lindsay was modeling. I think this guy went for 110 as part of a bundle. Actually, no more, 130 as part of a bundle. Otherwise, it would be number 5 on the list. So that was a nice bundle. I think 2 items were over 200 and something bucks. Again, lots of photographs. It's kind of this sheer beige brown thing. Oh, and it was newer tags and $495. So that's why we ended up getting so much for that piece. So that was a nice little win. Etsy tends to get some big ticket items on there. So if you're not selling there, it could be worth considering, although it is a bit of extra time. Number 3 is Barbar. So this pink chunky knit cotton cardigan, we had it on for $230 on Poshmark. I think it was a $4 pickup, and that went for $207 when we put an offer out for 10% off. So I picked up on that. Ton of interest. It's like this Spanish eco wool, eco cotton thing. We actually sold another one of their sweaters this month in October, so you'll see that there, or on next month's video. But really kind of nothing too fancy about it when you see it in the store. But yeah, let's find a logo. Barbar looks like that. So if you see that, pick it up.
Yeah, right here, do it. Do it.
Because people pay a lot of money for it. So we track all of our information in these dashboards, and you can see here, if we have a look at the graph, probably the best month by a decent way. August was 6,000, and then we added $2,000 to that for here. Considering when we started looking at this kind of properly back in October last year, we were looking at 458. It's a pretty nice jump. Overall platforms that we sell on, again, Etsy, Poshmark, eBay, kind of similar. We got some good margins and some less good margins, but overall we'll get at about low 70s average profit margin. And most of our sales historically have come from Poshmark. We can see, actually, if we look at this month here, Poshmark way up there, Etsy a little bit behind, and eBay we were just kind of getting started on. We've still got all the data to come, but eBay, we're only halfway through October and we're already having a much better eBay month, which is kind of exciting. In terms of October sales, overall average sale price of $54, profit of 41, just under 8 grand in total, and 147 items. Again, Poshmark gets the eBay split. I think we'll see this change and eBay become a bigger and bigger factor to rival Poshmark. But overall, a good set of numbers for us. Top items were sweaters. Lindsay gets a lot of vintage sweaters, which we do a combination of essentially, actually I say a combination, she will pretty much photo them in natural light modeled on her. And that just allows us to get something like $60 or $70, as opposed to if we just flat laid it, market rate starts to push us for more like 30s and 40s. So definitely worth our time to do that. Unsurprisingly, jackets and coats also up there. So 1,700 in sales, 1,432 profit, sold pretty quickly. Sweaters over $2,000 in sales, and then the rest of the categories were kind of as you expect. Pretty good daily sales. I think we made daily sales almost every single day of the month. We had 2 big days. I'm guessing that was a weekend back to back, 25th, 26th, where we sold, what is that? 1, 2, like 13, 14, 15 items on each of them. Actually, I think overall there, 15 items on each day. But apart from that, stables are pretty stables. But apart from that, sales were pretty decent and across each day, and we got a decent amount. In terms of category overview, what we're seeing, again, sweaters, jackets, and coats being big. Actually, a good number, whether the profit wasn't as good, a good number of just tops selling, and some random dresses as well. We made some good numbers off that. The jackets and coats, we've got a very high average sale price on, and the profit is pretty good as well. So always nice to see, and that definitely helped. Within those categories, and this is Poshmark only because Etsy and eBay don't give us this data, but cardigans were top kind of in the sweater area. Blazer suits and jackets, men and women, were pretty good, and then trench coats were a lot of the big ticket items in there as well. So nothing too crazy. A couple of dresses, some crew and scoop neck sweaters, but overall some solid numbers. From a brand perspective, our actual most sales came from Lululemon. So $271 in sales, 200 in profit, overall 39 sale price and 29 profit, and selling pretty quickly. You can see things like the one bar sale doing almost more than other categories by itself. But then also a good number of Everlane, a decent bread and butter style brand for us. Average sale price of 43, profit of 29. Sold pretty quick as well, typically 18 days. And then we had some like a couple of Lanvin blazers, which I think helped out as well. Levi's, a couple of pairs of jeans. But then most of these things were 1 or 2 sales. A couple of Madewells as well. I see a lot of things on various kind of Facebook groups and that kind of stuff, people saying low sales on certain days and that kind of stuff. So just a quick look at the historical trends that we see. You can see that this is looking at every sale we've ever made and what day of the month it fell on. So as an example, on the 1st of the month across the last year, whether that was the 1st of January, February, March, whatever it is, in total there have been 36 sales. So it's a little bit bouncy at the start of the month, but we hit this kind of little middle period where around the 13th, don't know why, it falls off a cliff. No one seems to buy anything on the 13th. Comes up a little bit on the 14th, then the back of the month starts to flatten out and look a bit more normal again. And in terms of our best sales days, Sunday still way up there, Saturday up there as well, Monday not good. So if you have a Monday the 13th, I'm not sure we'll make any sales, which I actually think is what happened fairly recently. Maybe I'm lying. But overall, long term for us, average 36 days to sell, 45 price, 73% profit margin, and 34 average profit, with sweaters still being the king for us. 223 made in total. Tops and accessories kind of following that up, and then jackets and coats as well. Plotting and trying to look at what we'd want to do across the next 12 months. Our data for September is here, so we can see our profit margin and our average sale price and profit at 51.41, 600 items in our closet, 147 sales. So we want to increase our closet by 50 items a month. Overall, that's probably going to cost us about 12 to 16 hours a week as the closet gets bigger and bigger. But if we use the numbers that we've got from this month and project it forward, by the time we get to 1,000 listing, if we can hold those stats in place, we should be looking at hopefully around 14,000 in sales a month, 10,000 profit. And that should be about 15 hours a week or 61 hours a month. Annual salary of 127,000 and per hour of 174. So that's the current goal. We're listing hard at the moment. We're doing consistent listings every day, building out eBay. So you'll see that coming in the October video, but that's been going really well. So I think I'm becoming an advocate of eBay bread and butter selling. So your trick for being patient is you now get to see number 2 and number 1. Number 2 is, drum roll, courtesy of Etsy. It is this vintage Saga fox fur long coat. So should say here, don't condone new fur or any of that process. This one was found at the bin, so Lindsay got it for $3, and I'd rather put it back into someone's closet rather than having it go to waste even further and thrown in the landfill. So this guy went for $430, including postage, and it was a $3 pickup. Label looks kind of like that. Saga, we've got a few pieces, and I think they'll go for a little bit more. But if you're comfortable with it and you kind of want to do the bit of the save mission as opposed to it just getting thrown away, it can be a decent one to look out for. It did have some flaws, even so, went for $430. Number 1 item, and something that seems to be fairly on trend. I don't feel like I can viably say these things because Lindsay finds them, so I can just talk about how much they sold for. Was this vintage Ralph Lauren, went on eBay. I think that was a sub $20 pickup. Went for $485, including postage. It was wool, it was 90s. It was hard for both Lindsay and to me an extent to say goodbye to. Super warm. So as well as, I guess, looking the part, it actually had a lot of function, which was kind of the double whammy. And then it's got the Southwestern print. And then that combined with being a vintage Ralph Lauren. That we listed that, and that sold in less than 24 hours. There were a couple more on eBay with a similar pattern, and people were trying to get 700, 900, 1,500 for it. But we hadn't actually seen anything sell at that when we checked comps. So we put it on at 485. And I say it went within 24 hours, and the person got it and was happy with it. So that was a win. So guys, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe.
Yeah, right here. Do it. Do it.
If you enjoyed the content, we're going to be doing these monthly to give you updates on how we're progressing towards our full-time goal. If you have any questions, pop them in the comments. Otherwise, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.